Hello, welcome to this lesson. I'm so excited that we're about to deal with customers' profile, and then before we can do sales, you need to be able to know how to create customers and then able to manage your customers in order to keep your business running smoothly. So in this lesson, we're going to use sales module to be able to manage customers. Remember, you can manage customers from sales, you can manage customers from accounting, and then of course from CRM. So let's use sales because customer has to do with selling. Now, so first thing, you click on sales app, it brings you here. On this, you go to order, and then you can click on customers. Then when you click on customers, then you click on the button new here means new customer, so I'll click on new. Right, then also before I click on new, you notice that right here there is no contact, no customer showing up. And if you look at the filter line here on this search box, you can see that only people that you create as customer will show here. But if you want to be able to see other contacts like vendors and then staff as well, remember in Odoo, a partner is customer, vendors, and employees, of course other contacts as well. So if I remove this filter, you will be able to see all the other contacts. So but right now, so let's get back and start from the beginning. So order customers, and then I'll click on new button. The next step will be to provide the name of the customer. So I'll use NMPC Limited as my customer, and then I'll provide the address of the customer. So I'll think about Papa, Lagos. I'll put all the city here, Lagos, and I'll come to state, and I'll look for Lagos State. You can see here on default Odoo database, you may not see Lagos. So now, but we brought in all the states in Nigeria. So you can see after selecting Lagos, the country is selected. Then if the customer has a tax ID and it's important to you, you can provide that tax ID. So provide the phone number of the customer, you provide the email address of the customer. I can provide NPC limited@gmail.com, and then you can provide their website. Yeah, and then so here on the tax line, you can categorize your customer to any categories you want. So I would like to categorize this customer as oil and gas. So I'll create it. The next time, if a new customer and then you want to add them to the oil and gas, I have to just click here and I'll get a drop down, or I'll search more to look for that category if it already exists. Now, so what I want you to note is that this form is not the only thing that is compulsory in this form is the NNPC limited by default. So this is the only compulsory line. Now, if you notice when I point to this line, the border line down here is tick, meaning that this particular line or this field is compulsory. If I point to this one, you see it's not that thick black, it's just gray. So this particular line is compulsory. So I can save it. What else can you do on this form, I can add the associates or someone, an individual that is working in NMPC. Remember, NMPC is an organization, so you can't really talk to someone in NMPC. But sorry, you can't actually talk to NMPC, but you can talk to someone in the NMPC. So I want to add a contact that is working under NMPC. Let's say procurement manager. So I'll click on this add button and I will select contact. When you select contact, you provide the name of this individual. So I would like to do Philip. Okay, then what's the title of this person? Mr. And then the job position of this person, I'll say procurement manager. And I'll provide the email address of Philip at gmail.com, and I'll provide the phone number of Philip, and if there's a mobile number I can do same. Now if you look at where they have invoice address, this shows that if the contact you want to add could be a delivery address, could be an invoice address. So for example, NMPC is in Abuja, but there's also NMPC office in Lagos. So if I want to invoice NMPC in Lagos, I'll choose this invoice address. Or if I want to deliver goods to NMPC in Port Harcourt, I can put the delivery address. So you can add more, I can save and add more, or so you just save and close. Okay, so you see NMPC, Philip is working in NMPC, and I can see the contact. So what else can you find in this form? If this customer that I'm creating is tied to a salesperson, I can add, like Paul is working in is a user in this database, so I can add this salesperson. Now in Odoo, salesperson are users. So if the salesperson is not a user, you will not see him even though he's an employee. You can create sales team, payment terms for this customer, and then the price list. Right now we have just one price list, and you can have multiple price lists. For example, if this customer is a dollar customer, a foreign customer, and you want every time you create a quotation, it will be in dollars, then you have to have a dollar price list configured for you. Now there are different delivery methods for you to be able to deliver to them, and then you have you want to have a barcode for this customer, and then company ID reference number if you are using it, industry that this person is working, all of these are here. Then of course the service level policy, and there are other things as well you can set. Now in accounting, you may want to add the account number of this bank account number of this customer, and then you might want to also have a special account for them in your chart of account. Let's just keep things simple. You can add a note showing other members of your team what this customer is about, and then you can assign them to different geolocations. All right, so that's how to add a new customer to Odoo version 17. Now what I want you to know is that this is the customer's profile, and then how many meetings have you scheduled with this customer, how many opportunities, how many sales has this person purchased or bought from you, then how many. Remember, customer can also be a vendor. So have you purchased from them before? It will show here, and then you have time rate, invoice, vendor bills if it's a vendor, and then of course check the partner's ledger. Partner's ledger shows you how much this person is owing you or how much you're owing this person. Of course, how many you can add documents. So some of you that have customers form, validation form, and then maybe you need to collect CSC document or whatever document you want that has to do with this customer, you can attach it right here. Then one more thing, if this customer is an individual, remember to select individual. If it's a company, you select. You can also choose to add their logo, and then to differentiate it from other companies. Then don't forget that you can always log reports here about this particular customer. So all the reports, all the information you have concerning this customer, you can log them here. You can also decide to send an email out from this database to the customer, so you can start your communication right here. So of course, you see your document that you want to attach. If you want to attach a document, you can click there to attach and so on. Then you can also see the user that created this customer, and you can see the time and the date right there. So that's how you create new customer. So if I go back here, to go back to the list of customer, you can use this, click on here to go back. You will see that I have a customer. Now you can now see the difference between this one and this one. This is a company with this enterprise building, and then this is an individual. So what it means is that Philip is working in NNPC with the comma shown here. And of course, you can see that this is a procurement manager at NNPC Lagos. And then for this customer, as a business, you can see the industry or the tag that I provided that time. Remember, you can schedule appointment with this particular customer, or you can schedule appointment. That's what this means. You can also view your customer by list. You can see list here, and you can see their list. Don't forget, you have name, phone numbers, email, salesperson activity, city, country. There are more you can add, like tax ID, tax. You can add tax. You can add all of this, mobile phone. But just to keep your database, column simple, that's why Odoo is hiding all of that. Then don't forget, you can also search for your customers right here. So I'm looking for Philip, for example. I can just type. So it's better to search using 3 or 4 letters. Don't type it in full. So for example, I want to search for NNPC. It's better to do NNPC and then like this and search. But if you want to do NNPC and then maybe you do in Nigeria Limited and then you search, you see it's not available because what you type is not what is in the system. So but if you use 3-letter, 4-letter words, you might likely get a good report. Okay, so you can see, so that's how to create a new customer for your business on Odoo database. So if you have any question concerning creating a customer on the learning center of Growth Stack, make sure you drop your question or send us any question you have, or right here on any platform you're watching this video from. If you have any question or comment, feel free to drop it on the comment box. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.